to Dan Crenshaw's point, Elon Musk is spreading fake news. On this, he is fake news.
And he relies on people to reply to him and tell him what's up. He says, you are the media now. That's his message on X. And yet that really leaves a lot to be desired.
Who is in charge? Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever. I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because, people put the leg out to trip you going down the stairs. Watch out.
I can't imagine how much smarter this company would be if those morons weren't on television every single day. Instead, you should be watching The Mel K Show. Joining me now, Mel K, host of The Mel K Show, authored the book Americans Anonymous. Mel, what bothers these people so much about Elon Musk? Is it the billionaire thing? Is it aligning with Trump thing? They're really not that mad about this bill going down in flames. None of those morons know what's in it anyway.
Yeah, and it's amazing also with all these years of Soros and Hansberg Weiss and all the money that's come from their side that they have a problem at all with anyone getting involved. I think that they really don't like that maybe their gig is up. Maybe all these years of criminal activity behind the scenes might actually come to light. And I think that they hate anyone that is in any way a threat to them. And frankly, all I see in them, including, Whoopi or Seltzer, is fear. And they should be afraid, frankly.
What are they afraid of? I just find it so odd. Now, I get the partisan Democrat-Republican thing. I'm as partisan as they come. But are people really that afraid that the government's going to stop scamming them? I would think even Democrats would be okay with that.
Yeah, they would. They would, wouldn't they? I think they're afraid of us. Honestly, I think that they're afraid because X has opened it up, that the people actually have a voice, and it's making a difference. It made a difference in the Trump election. It made a difference just this week in the CR. This is really about, I don't think they're mad at Musk. I think they're mad at the American people waking up and seeing that we actually have a voice and a choice, and it's been denied to us for so long. And now actually we can step up and say and organize for the first time without them being the gatekeepers. That's a real problem for them.
It is a real problem for them. Is it just a matter of that social media has gotten so powerful, Mel? And I'm glad it has, because like you said, X, Twitter, I still can't get on board with the X thing. But anyway, Twitter, X, it has completely changed how people seek out information. It's changed how our powerful people get their own information. You can get on X and scream at your senator. He may see it. He might even respond to you on there. Is it just that you don't need CNN anymore?
No, I think it goes deeper than that. I think this is about the global public-private partnership that runs our country, like they're the parent company, and we're all just lucky to live here. And the narrative being lost doesn't hurt, the people per se. It does hurt the global billionaire class that is basically running the controlled demolition of our country, our economy, and everything else for their own gain. And I believe the pandemic was a real overplay, and too many people woke up, and now people are skeptical of what they hear. All the fact checking backfired. Now people see a fact check from PolitiFact and they wonder what they're hiding. So a lot of the programming that's been going on for decades, the mind wars, cognitive warfare, this military grade manipulation of all of us is being destroyed because we're actually asking questions and skeptical and looking at different sources. Their fear is that we will be so informed and so empowered with knowledge that we will no longer look at them or give them 1 ounce of authority. They are not above us. They have no authority. And in America, it's we the people that decide. And they don't like that they're finally having we the people have a voice. And they don't like it, and they're not used to it.
Mel, how do they handle things from here? Because I totally agree with what you just said. I think that they have had so much control for so long, they don't know how to live in a planet where they can't control it. But these are not introspective people. They're not decent people. These are evil demons for the most part, bunch of commie scum. They're not just going to go home and just wash their hands of the whole thing. They're going to come up with a new plan. What's it going to be?
Well, I think we have to look really closely at who was involved in Crossfire Hurricane. They have the most to lose in this situation, including the Clinton team and campaign. But don't forget, lawfare has become the name of the game. And there's a group of people, Norm Eisen, Mary McCord, Andrew Weissman, all the people at Brookings Lawfare. They already have been planning. Mary McCord said it in an interview a year ago that they, and Cass Sonstein's back there working, and Mark Elias, that they were planning for contingency if Trump won, to make sure that he couldn't get anything done. And I believe that they're back behind the scenes. They have not accepted that Trump won. Don't fool yourselves. What they are doing is coming up for lawfare for everything to try to stop Trump again. And it's the same people. And because they haven't been held accountable for what I think is sedition and treason, 2016 to date, they're going to keep going down that road, because the lawfare crew and the corrupt intelligence community that works for the parent company, they have a lot to lose, including trillions of dollars and their platforms and everything else. So they're going to keep throwing these lawfare suits. But I think the people are game to it, and we have to start naming names. I don't want to hear that the FBI is corrupt or the CIA is corrupt. If the institution is corrupt, then nobody's corrupt. I want to know the exact people that are involved, and I want those people held accountable. Finally, I mean, since 1963, they've gotten away with not only covering up every crime by our government against us, but then promoting the people involved. We need to end that, and that is what they're most scared of, is losing their own freedom. And I believe that many of these people, they are names that are known to everyone, have been on the front lines for 10 years. They believe that they are super class. They are the stakeholders of America, and I think they're about to get a real rude awakening.
Yeah, this is outstanding. Mel, it's funny you brought up the names. In the opening of this show, I was screaming about that CR. Everyone's talking about 1,500 pages, and it's dead now. Of course, we know it's not dead. They're going to bring it right back. But nobody can ever tell me who writes the horrible things that go into these bills, Mel. Every single time I ask a member of Congress, a senator, a staffer, I am told lobbyists. I am told I don't know. I am told K Street. K Street is not somebody's name. What is his name? What is her name? No one can tell me who wrote down that we need additional biolabs and snuck it into the CR. I, as an American citizen, deserve to know that person's name, motivations, who they work for. I have every right to know that.
100%. And I think it's even more important than people realize, because it's think tanks and NGOs. Many of those think tanks and NGOs have opaque funding. So where is this really coming from? And who's paying for it? Don't think that these giant lawsuits coming from the outside, from Eisen, States United, or Crew, or the 65 Project, are cheap. No, they're being paid for by the globalist billionaire oligarchy, people like, Reid Hoffman and Soros and everything through Arabella Partners and all of that. What we need to realize is that they don't believe that we, and it's not left and right, Republican and Democrat, this group of people that have, embedded themselves, I look at it now as the Bush, Clinton, Obama, Biden world order is ending, and they're terrified. So what they're doing is they are coming out in front, and we need to call them out by name, and we need to also make sure that every single bill that is put forward alone, with the sponsors, with the think tank, and with the research. And that should honestly be done with technology we have now. That should be done for the American people. And then we have time to read the bills. And then we get in touch with our senators and our Congress people in a tangible way. That's why we have to start local. We have to take back our states. And we have to make sure that we have local communities of like-minded folks that are willing to say, listen, this contract, this no big contract that my school board went under, it is a globalist UNESCO contract. We're not doing it. Where's the data going? Where's the infiltration in my local community? The swamp is not in D.C. The swamp, as JFK told us in 61, had infiltrated instead of invaded America. It is in everyone's backyard, and every American citizen needs to get up and to have some righteous indignation to take their country back where they are, because we can do a lot more where we are that affects D.C. than if we keep yelling about lobbyists. It should be illegal, but until we get there, let's pull out the roots in our own backyards.
I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.